In oneness, in wholeness, sharing higher consciousness. In this segment, we are wanting to share, to talk about the topic of love and what love has to do with higher consciousness. Higher consciousness is being extremely aware of the love that one holds, the compassion that one holds, and kindness that one holds, and love towards another, love towards oneself, compassion towards another, compassion towards oneself, kindness towards another, kindness to oneself. We speak about love in the very depths of one's being. There are many levels of love. Love is a word that truly can be used in many contexts. To love a spouse, to love a child, it's a different type of love. To love your favorite cookie, to love the breeze in your hair. Love. What we are speaking about, the truest, purest sense of the word. And we have shared that each soul holds a love so grand, so expansive, so beyond what they know, the love truly becomes light. So when we speak about expanding love and expanding light, love and light, we are speaking about a love that is so deep within. It is each soul's authentic self. Where was one before they arrived on the realm, on the planet? Where does one go in the expansion and the transition from physical to non-physical? Most would agree that ones become love. Most would agree that ones become light. Most would agree that, if you want to call it the heavens, that it is loving light. So ones would become one in the wholeness, in the oneness. Being pure consciousness. So one comes in to physical form, wanting to create. And in the moment, we want to say, of creation, love expanded beyond what one could possibly know. And we have often said, underneath layers of human experience is a love so grand, it is light. There are many who do not feel the love within. There are many who do not feel their own light and brilliance and magnificent. And then there are some that are so sure of who they are, the love they hold, and yet they show little to no compassion to another. And that isn't the love that we speak about. We speak about a love so grand that all it is compassion. that all it is kindness. Now there's many words that we can use, but to have the deepest, purest sense of, in the most comforting way, if you will, simplest form of language, compassion, kindness, love is light. The light of compassion, the light of kindness, the light of love. Underneath the layers of human experience is your purest sense of love. And in the purest sense of love, it is only compassion and it is only kindness. Only compassion and kindness to oneself, only compassion and kindness to another. So we're not speaking about the catchphrase, oh, loving light, love and light. Ones will say it because they feel enlightened and then cut off another on the freeway. Ones will say it and look down upon a stranger on the street. That isn't the love that we speak about. It is not the depth of the love that we speak about. So in our conversations, we speak about Grand Mother Earth. And we speak about the oneness and the wholeness and the completeness, if you will, of the connection that ones have with Mother Earth, with all divine creation. And we have shared numerous times that the twinkle in the star, the light and the wisdom of the moon, the beautiful rays of sun, is truly part of your light and you part of the light of the universe. Ones will say, well, I can't possibly believe that. I couldn't possibly believe that I am the twinkle in the star. And we want to say, ponder. Ponder. For we started this conversation asking, where was one before they entered, if you will, physical form? Before they embraced Mother Earth and Mother Earth embraced one. So let us just say, it is of grand truth that your essence is part and piece of the whole of the essence of the stars, of the universe, of the moon, of the sun, of the trees, of the water. When ones think about stars twinkling in the glorious dark sky, and the rays of the sun beaming upon Mother Earth, and the glow and the wisdom of the moon, ones would agree that light shines upon one at all times. At all times. For even if one cannot see the moon, say it is covered by clouds, one knows the moon is shining brightly. And even if one cannot see the sun, again covered by clouds, one knows the sun continues to radiate brilliant rays of sunshine. And if one cannot see the magnificence in the twinkle of the stars, ones know that stars are shining. But what ones fail to sort of understand, not all, but most, fail to understand that one's light is always shining. It is. One cannot feel it at times, cannot experience at times, because it gets buried under the layers of human experience. The same way as the sun is not seen because clouds have sort of rolled in. The sun is still there. So what we are sharing is that the light of one's being, the light of one's soul, we could even say soul, if you will, is the light in which is in the wholeness of the light of the universe. Now, if one can truly understand or believe that there is grand connection between one's beautiful inner essence and the universe, one opens up a channel, if you will, to experience the beauty of the light that is shining upon. And when ones think of light and expansion, doesn't one feel the beauty of expansion? Doesn't one feel the joy, the peacefulness, the calmness, the oneness? When ones look upon the heavens, if you will, and they see the twinkle of the stars, billions of stars, it is very difficult not to find joy. And if one is basking in the rays of the sun, it is difficult not to see and embrace and feel the brilliance. And the same for the glow of the moon. For isn't it fascinating when one can look up to the dark sky and the moon that can glow as brightly as the sun at times? It is love, all of it. A love so grand it becomes light. Now, ones will say, what a whole bunch of BS and nonsense. What a whole bunch of BS and nonsense. I have yet to experience light. Everything feels dark. And what do you mean compassion? Have you looked about the planet? Have you looked about at the unkindness on the planet? What are you talking about? And we want to say, underneath the layers is the love, and each soul, each being has it, arrived with it. It is the layers. And what are the layers? Experiences, disappointments, anger, resentment, frustration, setbacks and hurdles, condemnation, harsh judgment. What are the layers that prevent ones from shining? Now, most often, ones, without truly realizing, find a space, if you will, not that they're looking for it, but they create a space to bury the love that one holds. And most times it is in the condemnation and harsh judgment and harsh words upon oneself. It most certainly can be from another. Each soul has experienced that. But most times it is experienced because one is condemning oneself. And when one condemns another, when one passes judgment on another, one is truly passing judgment upon oneself. One is truly condemning oneself when one condemns another. Doesn't feel good. It is layers upon layers upon layers upon layers. And if one grew up in an environment that was with continuous condemning, continuous scolding, continuous conditioning, when one becomes an adult, the layers are so thick. Where is the love to be found? Where is the compassion to be found? Where is the kindness to be found? So buried, one cannot even feel, express, understand, and know that one is as brilliant as the twinkling stars. Do you think the stars condemn one another? Do you think the sun condemns the moon? It's absurd. The wholeness and the oneness of the universe, all part and pieces of the grand, magnificent portrait. Each soul here for grand purpose. And ones will say, I don't know my purpose. I've been searching my lifetime and I've never come across my purpose. I stopped thinking about it. I gave up on it. I'm just walking my travel. I'm just moving along, letting the years take me. I couldn't imagine my light shining. Not after what I've been through, not after what I've seen, not after what I've said, not after what I've done. I don't believe my light shines brightly. And we want to say each soul's light shines brightly. Think of the sun always shining brightly. But some days there are clouds. And if the clouds never moved and ones continued their travel, never seeing the sun, only hearing about the sun. Well, I heard there was a sun in the sky, but I've never seen it. It is always sort of gray. I've never seen the light of the sun. If ones did not have the experience of seeing the sun, of feeling the rays of the sun, the warmth of the sun, if they never experienced it, one would only hear it as a story. I heard there was a sun in the sky, but I've never seen it. Guess it's there somewhere, I've never seen it. And continue their journey. And what we are saying is that your light is as brilliant as the rays of the sun, but if one has never truly experienced it, or felt it, or understood it to be there because of the layers, meaning we could say because of the clouds, one would only know it is there because of what they've heard, and not truly believing it because they've never experienced it. So what would happen for one to see the sun? The clouds would blow by. What we are suggesting is one's go in search for the greatest part of who one is, one's authentic self, and remove the layers to understand it is there to be found, a treasure to be found as grand as the sun. And if one truly understood that one's inner light, one's inner magnificence and brilliance was as brilliant and magnificent of the sun, would one not celebrate all that they are? Would one not want to tap in and say, I want to feel the warmth and the love? I want to bring forth the wisdom that I know it is in the light of the moon. I want to bring forth my twinkle. I want to shine upon all. When ones can connect deeply connect that one's light is shining outward, that one can push light forth. And if one can take it a little step further, push light outward, knowing light from the universe is coming forth to them, there is a place where it all dances in the oneness, in the wholeness. We speak about higher consciousness. Higher consciousness is knowing of this pure love, the purest love, the purest sense. It is knowing a love so grand one would never be unkind to oneself, not in a word, an action, or deed. Not ever. And one, if one's understood the love that is held within, would never be unkind to another, and would only show, would only expand, would only create a space of compassion and kindness and deep love for oneself and for another. And it is truly difficult to extend forth compassion and kindness to others when ones do not feel it within their own selves. How can it be done? How can it be done? So we want to say, one of the ways that ones can go and find their inner brilliance, the love that we speak about, not the love that covers up sadness, the sort of fake smile. We're speaking about deep within, the love of who you are. And if one can go searching for the depth of this love, one would only experience miracles, and we're not kidding. The world opens up. The world expands. One's being becomes one's authentic self. And how is life lived as one authentic self? In brilliance, in magnificence, in oneness, in wholeness, creating a loving environment for all they come in contact with and beyond. And we say and beyond. For the rays of the sun, it does not stop anywhere. It is always expansive. And your light is the same. You extend it forth into the goodness and the grandness of the universe, extending it forth to others, for others to feel and embrace and capture. It is a vibration. The warmth of the rays of the sun, when you feel that upon your being, when you expand your own inner light outwards to others, they feel the love. And for a moment in time, they can feel the peacefulness of the warmth, of the truth, of the expansion. So, this day, we are wanting ones to ponder. This is only a sharing. We share love, compassion, kindness. Love for oneself, love for Mother Earth, love for others. We share wisdom and insights on how ones can nurture oneself to have, become, grow into, if you will, expand consciousness. Higher consciousness is more peace on the planet. Higher consciousness, more love in one's heart. higher consciousness, more kindness to be felt and to be given and to be received. Higher consciousness. We are wanting ones to expand their light, to expand their consciousness. Many, many segments, many dialogues, many conversations will be shared for ones to feel, to discover, to embrace, to dance in the oneness of all that one is. You are a miracle creating miracles. You are as brilliant as the sun, as magnificent as the glow and the wisdom of the moon, and you are as playful as the twinkling stars. And you are expansive, eternal love. There is great love for you.